Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 4th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Friday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Friday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the tropics and also the eastern and central United States weather satellite imagery. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, advisory map for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the storm prediction center hours. Also into Monday as well. And also, we're going to take a look at, well, like I said, day number 4, which is Monday. That's included in the forecast. But anyway, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty, as you can see here, we got a few tropical waves moving off the African coast here. We got one here moving to the Leeward Islands, another one behind it, and another little system behind that one, and then one coming off the African coast. All these systems will continue to move along the MDR region and move toward the Caribbean Sea. Right now, high pressure is in control. Also, dust is kind of preventing a lot of this here from development at this time. We got a cold front extending from portions of the North Atlantic all the way back down into portions of the Bahamas. We're also watching this little cluster of showers and storms here over the central United States, moving to the southeast. Some of this activity could move into Georgia and portions of the Carolinas later this afternoon and bring some showers and storms. Also, we got another little feature over here in the upper Midwest, over portions of the Dakotas, and also moving into Minnesota as well. There's a little system here. This system here could spin up into a tropical cyclone in the eastern Pacific, so would not be surprised at that. And we got scattered activity elsewhere across the tropical Atlantic. All right, let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. Sorry, my computer is a little slow again today. We're still waiting. Alrighty, it's coming up, coming up. Alrighty, as you can see here, we got widespread showers and storms over portions of southern Canada, also down into Maine, also back into New York State, scattered activity over Pennsylvania. We got more widespread showers and storms moving into the coastal waters off the mid-Atlantic region and the portions of North Carolina. Also, we got more widespread showers and storms off in the coast ES. Also, that will be moving into portion of Georgia this afternoon. I would not be surprised to see some scattered activity develop across the Carolinas, North and South Dakota, portion of Montana, also into Wyoming, also into Idaho, and also into Oregon State as well. Scattered activity up here in portions of southern Canada. Alright, Guam radar currently unavailable. Got a few scattered showers in Alaska. And also, we got some scattered showers around the Hawaiian Chain Islands. And also got some scattered showers also around Puerto Rico. Also in Cuba and also the Bahamas. And also across portions of north and southern portions of Florida as well. For showers and storms ongoing this afternoon. Alrighty, should be coming up here shortly. Should be coming up here shortly. Up. Alright, you can see we got some flood watches and severe thunderstorm watches and some severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing for portions of Maine all the way into Pennsylvania. We got some special marine warning here off the coast of Florida. We got flood watches also in effect for portions of Alabama and also Tennessee. Also again up here in portions of North and South Dakota, Montana, and also into portions of Wyoming as well. Hydro issues over portions of Wyoming as well. Also, we got some fire weather problems over portions of Oregon and Northern California. Also, red flag warnings, excessive heat warning, excuse me, in effect for Southern California, Southern Arizona. Also, again, over here in Texas, much of Oklahoma, southeastern portion of Kansas, southwestern Missouri, much of Arkansas, northern and southern Louisiana, and much of Mississippi as well. Also, we got some air quality alerts for portions of Indiana and a portion of Ohio as well. Heat advisories also in effect for portions of Florida, also in Alabama, Mississippi, northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, central and eastern portions of Kansas, portions of Oklahoma, central Texas, southeast Texas, southern Texas, western Texas, and southern portions of New Mexico. Air quality alert, special weather statements for portions of Colorado as well. Alright, we got some coastal flood advisories for portions of Alaska. Also some red flag warnings there as well. And also we have some special weather statements as well for Alaska, and the Hawaiian chain island looks a-okay. Alright, storm prediction center time. Here we go, folks. Okay, as you can see, we got a general thunderstorm for portion of northern Maine, and we got slight risk and marginal risk up here where the watches are included, which you've seen on the watches warning advisory map, extending from Maine all the way down into portion of Pennsylvania. Also, we got general thunderstorms, also in portion of Ohio, back to the Carolinas, down to the Florida Keys, all the way into Oklahoma, back into West Texas, back to California, Oregon, Montana, back into North and South Dakota as well. Also, we got a marginal risk also for southern Georgia, northern Florida, all the way back over to portions of Kansas and Nebraska and South Dakota. Also in the North Texas, we got slight risk over Missouri and portions of Kansas and Nebraska as well for today. Alright, if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Massachusetts, let's see, Kansas City, Kansas, and Olathe, Kansas, slight risk for severe weather this afternoon. If you live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jacksonville, Florida, Memphis, Tennessee, Boston, Massachusetts, and Wichita, Kansas, marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. The tornado probability, okay, we got 2% up here in the Northeast. Also over Missouri, 5% there as well. Alright, if you live in Columbia, Missouri, Bluefield Spring, Missouri, Salina, Missouri, Warrenburg, Missouri, and Marbley, Missouri, 5% risk for a tornado. Also, if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, Olathe, Kansas, and Independent, Missouri, 2% risk for a tornado. Winds, we have a 5% risk and a 15% over the northeastern United States. 5% extended from Florida all the way back to Colorado. Colorado and southern portions of South Dakota and Texas. 15% over Missouri and again over portions of Kansas and Nebraska as well. Alright, if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Massachusetts, Kansas City, Kansas, Olathe, Kansas, 15% risk for damaging winds. If you live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Jacksonville, Florida, Memphis, Tennessee, Boston, Massachusetts, Wichita, Kansas, 5% risk for damaging winds this afternoon. The hail probability, 5% in the Northeast, 5% over Missouri, 5 and 15% over portions of Kansas into South Dakota. And if you live in Albany, New York, Scranton, Pennsylvania, Sydney, Lady, Cincinnati, New York, Uty, New York, Troy, New York, 15% risk. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, Syracuse, New York, Olathe, Kansas, 5% risk for large hail this afternoon. Alright, let's move on to your Saturday forecast. Alright, we got general thunderstorms reports of Maine, here to the eastern Carolinas, down to the Florida Keys, all the way back into Mississippi, back to Texas, all the way back to Nevada and California, also Washington, Oregon State, back over to Montana, also into Dakotas and Minnesota, all the way back over to portion of Ohio and Tennessee and Kentucky. Alright, marginal risk area from Illinois, Indiana, back down to portions of Tennessee to Texas, all the way to South Dakota, Minnesota. Also slight risk area over Kansas, Nebraska, and portions of Missouri, and also in the portion of Iowa as well. Alright, if you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas, Lincoln, Nebraska, Overland Park, Kansas, slight risk for severe weather on your Saturday. If you live in Indianapolis, Indiana, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Colorado Springs, Colorado, St. Louis, Missouri, Louisville, Kentucky, marginal risk tornado probability 2% in the green. This includes Indianapolis, Indiana, Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Louisville, Kentucky, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Sioux Falls City, South Dakota. That's for 2% risk for a tornado on your Saturday. Winds 5% in the brown, 15 in the yellow. And the significant area would be in the hats, in the hatched area there. This includes damaging winds. This includes Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, Liberal, Kansas, Guyman, Oklahoma, and Lamar, Colorado. That's a significant area for severe weather or for damaging winds. That's the likelihood where the severe damaging winds will occur. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas, Lincoln, Nebraska, Overland Park, Kansas, 15% risk for severe damaging winds on Saturday. And 5% risk, this includes Indianapolis, Oklahoma, Colorado Springs, St. Louis, Missouri, and Louisville, Kentucky. Alright, let's take a look at the hail probability. 5% in the brown, 15% the yellow, the slashed area there. That's a significant area for large hail. This includes Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, Liberal, Kansas, Guyman, Oklahoma, Lamar, Colorado. 15%, this includes Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Sioux Falls, Iowa, and Council Bluffs, Iowa. 5%, this includes Kansas City, Missouri, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Wichita, Kansas, and Del Monte, Iowa as well, for the 5% risk for for large hail on your Saturday. Alright, let's take a look at your Sunday forecast now. Alright, we got general thunderstorm for portion of Pennsylvania, all the way down to the Carolinas, also down to the Florida Keys, back to Louisiana, back into Texas, all the way back to Oregon and Washington State, also Idaho and Montana, all the way back over to Minnesota and Wisconsin and northern Michigan. Alright, we have a marginal risk, just like I said yesterday, around the slight risk area. This includes Michigan, all the way down to portions of North Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas. Also, slight risk area in the yellow here from Tennessee back into Michigan as well. 5%, 15%. This includes the same areas: Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Nashville, Tennessee, Cincinnati, Ohio. That's 15%. 5% Detroit, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, St. Louis, Missouri. And the category is the same thing what I just called out from Chicago, Illinois to Cincinnati, Ohio, surrounding areas. Marginal risk, Detroit, Michigan to St. Louis, Missouri, and surrounding areas. Alright, and finally we're going to wrap it up with day number 4. This will be your Monday. So that way you'll get a chance to see if you're highlighted in the slight risk area for Monday. Alright, this includes, let me put it back on day 4. Alright, this includes New York State, all the way down to Virginia, also a portion of, includes West Virginia as well, also in Ohio and northeastern portions of Kentucky. Alright, if you live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Columbus, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Cleveland, Ohio, severe weather, 15% for your Monday. And a marginal risk will outline the area, so I would not be surprised to see the marginal risk maybe come up to portions of New Hampshire and Vermont, around here, maybe even the Carolinas, northern Georgia. This area here could be in the marginal risk area on day 3, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll kind of go through the days here, what we got here. Predictability too low for day 5, same for day 6. Same for day 7, and also same for day 8. Alright, Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next video. Have a great Friday and a Friday afternoon. Take care, everyone.